Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Northwestern Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, it is incomplete. Tried a little lob pass there, but doesn't work. So, second down after the incompletion. Ball handed to the running back. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a 3rd down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
They'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Black. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
And the Scarlet Knights pick up enough yardage for a 1st down. They'll run it here. Some hard running there through a tackle.
Coaches told us in pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Nowhere to run up the middle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
7th play of the opening drive. They moved it, but now face a 3rd down. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Strong.
Well, when you play zone defense on 3rd down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the 1st down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
It's a run. Running back's got it. Finding space at the 20. He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
All right, second down and goal now for this offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. We come out in the playoff game, Kirk. No signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate, and they actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And here's the fair catch by the return man. First down here for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. And he finally goes out of bounds after a huge gain on the ground. Nice play. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Here's the second down play. And he drops back in the gun. It's caught. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Northwestern now operating in the red zone. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Bringing pressure. He's got some room. Can he get there? Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run.
Well, this offense was looking for a big play, and I think this quarterback's eyes lit up when he realized there's nobody in front of him. He takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern. Extra point try coming now. And the PAT is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. We'll call for the fair catch here. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. And they'll use the ground game here. Breaking free at the 35. Finally goes out of bounds, but a big play by this offense on the final play of the first quarter. at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. So the ball at midfield. Now the offense facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him at the 42. Good enough for a first down. The Scarlet Knights offense is on the move now. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Football knocked loose in the backfield. The offense recovers the fumble.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks, when they decide to pull the ball down and run, they've got to protect it. He left it out away from his body exposed, and it got knocked away. It was very fortunate he had a teammate who was able to get on top of it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Black. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a first down.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is, and they do a good job of it right here.
The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Tough running to avoid a loss. It just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. Defense all over it. They stop him. I don't think he got it.
Well, I just thought that would be a foregone conclusion. 3rd down in inches, no problem. Quarterback sneak, first down, but no. The defensive line holds their point of attack and pushes him. It looked like no gain to me. It'll be 4th down and inches.
Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a 1st down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The Scarlet Knights hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. 2nd and goal for the offense. That's a design quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. They get closer, but now they line up on 3rd and goal from the 1. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. The pass rush closing in. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. The quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
The offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. Movement at the 2nd level of the defense now. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. Pressure is coming. Escapes. It's a fumble. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Chris, this could end up being a critical play in this game. If they don't have a chance to come back and end up winning this game, the coach could look back at this very play and wonder if things could have turned out differently if they would have been able to hold on to the ball and gotten some points before the half.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the 1st half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities, and just keep winning the battle up front.
Faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Can't hold on. A good defensive play brings up a 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. Long enough and good. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Returner decides to fair catch this. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field again. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the 2nd half. They'll take a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. No huddle now for the offense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. looking downfield. And it's complete downfield. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First down, looking to throw the football. Lets it go quickly. Oh, that one's picked off. Can he take it all the way? Past the 50. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Scarlet Knights will kick this away to start the second half. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. And the returner is brought down. Okay, here comes the Northwestern offense back out on the field. The first job here, protect the football. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. Makes the first down, but crazy Price. Big hit there at the end. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Here comes the up-tempo offense. They're going to run it here. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. He's running out of time here. Slides down to avoid the tackle. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Well, they don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Receiver makes the catch. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Looking right, this one caught. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
3rd down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. looking to make a big play downfield. Caught near the goal line. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the 2nd half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Motion by the back, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. So with pull-out pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the Scarlet Knights offense is back on the field, looking to build on this lead in this possession. He had to settle for 3 last time out. Ball handed off. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And they'll give it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the 1st half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They make the stop just short of the 1st. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down.
Well, a quick short throw here, not able to convert for the 1st down. You'd love to see that route maybe a little bit deeper to give yourself a better chance, but they come up a little bit short. So now it's decision-making time for the coach. I'd be shocked if they didn't go for it.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's in the clear. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. At the 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Made the defense look slow that time.
There just aren't a lot of quarterbacks that can take a design QB run and take it downfield that far for a touchdown. What an added element for this offense, and it makes it so challenging for the defense to stop.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner trying to create good field position. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Out comes the Northwestern offense onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Running with purpose. That's a solid gain. Here's the ball to the 29.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact. That wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Rutgers 24, score, Northwestern, 14.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Looking to throw it deep. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Look at the time in the pocket. Finally delivers to the left.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
This Northwestern offense is quickly moving down the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back to throw again. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. Short completion there. Second down coming up.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackle.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Oh, look out. The football is free. The defense recovers, trying to... Now.
Man, when you get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing, you just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. Northwestern getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. Running out of time in the pocket. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Incompletion sets up a second down. And the quarterback dropping back. Defense is coming after him. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
So a tough 3rd and long on the 10th play of the drive. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the grab. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Bringing pressure. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Well, I don't blame the offensive coordinator here. It's the right thing to do down a couple scores. He just didn't execute.
Here comes the Rutgers offense on the field. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here. It's a huge gain. The stop is finally made at the 41-yard line.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Tackle made, but there's a flag down on the field. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense hurting itself with a penalty. First down and 20. Running back with the football. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker. Second down after that run on the previous play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Gain moves the ball to the 21 and a fresh set of downs.
What a shock, right? I mean, this